sees what they did right. Hopefully try and replicate that offensive attack today.
So doubleheader action here from Topa Field. Salve, Regina playing host to the Lions of Eastern Nazarene. First game here set to start in a couple minutes. Officially a 4 o'clock time, though that national anthem put us a little over 4 o'clock already. And then the second game coming to you live at 6 o'clock. Weather permitting, and that shall be the focus of the broadcast today.
Yeah, looks like the weather will hold up for at least this game.
I'm going to show batting leaders.
So Nicole Perry is going to be the starting pitcher today for the Seahawks. 5'6" sophomore from Quincy, Mass. Right-hander.
And she is the heart and soul of this Salve Regina rotation, Andrew. Brings a lot of passion every time she steps onto the mound. Nothing short of compassion here to start this game.
And she will face Olivia Tovar. Right-hander, 5'2" junior from Course Gold, California. First pitch hit on, and that's out of the park and foul.
And so we see here Eastern Nazarene coming out strong. First pitch swinging. Not going to allow Nicole Perry here to get into a groove. See if she can find her pitch.
Perry delivers on the 0-1. High and inside. So the count's 1-1 to Perry. Second pitch in there for a called strike. 1-2 the count now. Perry ahead on Tovar. Perry looks in for the signal, delivers on the 1-2, hit on up the middle, taken by Perry. She throws to first for the out.
It's a great job by Perry there to spot that strike pitch on the right side, outside corner of the plate. Got that batter to chase it. That's an easy ground out to the pitcher.
Perry throws it to Lauren Fountain over there at first base, 5'3" freshman from Cheshire, Connecticut. So one down already for the Lions as Perry delivers. That's down and inside for ball one.
And we can see here Perry early on liking to keep these pitches low around the kneecap area for these batters. Anything higher than that could spell trouble for the Seahawks.
Second pitch struck on and fouled to the backstop. Right back in our general vicinity, so count 1-1.
No harm to the camera, that's one.
Perry delivers on the 1-1. Inside swung on, little dribbler. Fountain gets it, throws the second baseman charging over to cover first base.
Now, again, that was a great job by second baseman Jenna Dean there to be aware on that ground ball, come over, help her first baseman. Great teamwork by the infield from Salve to start this game.
And 2 down for the Lions. Hitting the inside corner of the plate for strike one.
I like Nicole here for Salve Regina, starting off the count, pounding the ball on the inside part of the plate. Naturally progresses her way towards the outside as the count progresses.
Count now 0-2.
And it's just what I was talking about, Andrew. Inside then outside, inside then outside. Keeps the batter on her toes here.
2 outs, 2 strikes. Perry delivers on the 0-2. High inside. Swing and a miss, and thus ends the first inning. No hits, no runs. And we head to the bottom of the first.
Very efficient inning there by Nicole Perry. Great job staying on top of her pitch count. Great awareness.
So Lexi Sushi, first at bat here for the Seahawks. Very efficient first inning of work for the Seahawks.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what Salve wants, Andrew. Get up on the mound quick. 3 batters, 1, 2, 3. That's a great way to retire the side there by Nicole Perry.
And Carissa Cicciolini, 5'5" junior from Methuen, Mass, a right-hander for the Lions. That down and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Third swung on, fouled back. Count now 2-1.
I'm sure both these pitchers here are going to have a hard time trying to match each other's intensity on the mound here, Andrew. Like you said, it is cold out today. These pitchers got to stay warm, firing some strikes.
And there for a called strike. Carissa bows back now. The count 2-2.
And Sochi over is going to have to find her pitch right here as well as protect the plate.
Outside, full count.
Good idea by Cicciolini right there to try and get the batter to chase on that outside pitch.
She delivers on the 3-2. Swung on, struck up the middle. Diving play by the second baseman. Can't get it. And first batter for the Seahawks is aboard.
Great job by Lexi Sousa there to hit it where the defenders are not. Great job to poke one up the middle of the field. Great base hit for Salve.
And Olivia Tovar, who was the first batter for the Lions, made a diving attempt at it, just had it squirt by her. So, bunt attempt into foul ground.
It's not what Salve wants there. If you're going to bunt on the first pitch here, you're going to want to make sure you keep that bat level with a slight bend on the outside. Hit the ball down. If you keep that ball on an even playing field.
Kelly Davin bunts it this time right in front. Third baseman coming over charging, but not in time.
That was a beautiful bunt just to get that in between the catcher and the pitcher. Beautiful bunt laying that down.
So Susie and Davin both aboard now for the Seahawks. No one out here. Bottom of the first.
Great execution by Salve off the bat here. See if Jenna Adine now with 2 runners on base. See if she can create some magic. Put some early runs on the board for Salve.
First pitch, another bunt attempt. That one fouled back.
Looks like Salve here trying to do anything they can to advance these base runners early on.
So seeing Davin at
that,
second and first.
Excuse me, that first pitch bunt attempt by Dean allows that infield. They got to play in now.
Swing and a miss.
Looks like Dean sort of half-heartedly swung at that offering right there. Got to keep her head down, eyes on the ball here on this money pitch.
0-2 count. Swung on, fouled straight back. Count still 0-2.
Good job by Dean. Stay alive here. Going to look to put one in play with 2 men on and no out here.
The 0-2 swung on down the first base line. It falls on the grass, rolls into the outfield. And everyone is safe. Bases loaded now. No one away here in the bottom of the first.
Great piece of opposite field hitting by there, Jenna Dean. Floats that one just over the first baseman's head. Right fielder was playing it deep right towards the fence. That's an easy base hit for Dean.
Now bases loaded for Genevieve Benoit. Benoit hitting .326 on the year. Bases loaded here. First pitch. Inside for ball 1.
You can see the infield playing in for Eastern Nazarene here with the bases loaded and no outs. Trying to make a force-out play at home on a ground ball.
Swung on and fouled out of the park into the 7-Eleven parking lot. So count is 1-1 here. Bases loaded.
So he's going to want to get this ball up in the air.
Another ball. 2-1 the count now. Bases loaded. No one out here. Bottom of the first inning.
I'm sure Genevieve Benoit here wants to keep the ball up in the air. Ground balls are trouble with the bases loaded.
Ground ball up the middle. Scoops by the second baseman into the outfield. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Holding at third. And now the out. Let's see. Safe. Called safe at second. So Benoit gets called, save at second. 2-run score, and it's 2-0 Seahawks.
Great job, Benoit. Great heads-up base running there. She saw the center fielder and right fielder were paying attention at the plate. She decides to get a little risky, take that extra base. Great base running.
Sosi and Davin score. Adine holding at third base. Benoit at second. Still no one out here.
Flawless execution by the Seahawks to start this inning.
That swung on and fouled back out onto the street.
Hopefully I did not park my car over in that vicinity.
Kara O'Reilly. O'Reilly batting 200 on the season thus far. Oh, won the count outside for ball one.
You can see Cicilline for Eastern Nazarene continuing to paint the outside of home plate here. Really trying to get Salve hitters to reach on these outside pitches.
Outside part of the plate again. Ball two. 2-1 the count.
Salve was lucky enough to take that last outside pitch in that last at bat for an opposite field single with the Dean.
That swung on and fouled.
Great job staying alive here by Salve. Got to find a way to get some positive outcome on this at bat.
Cicilline delivers on the 2-2. Swung on, driven back into the outfield. Can't get over to make the play. 1 run will score. Rounding third base is Benoit. Benoit will score. And it's 4-0 Seahawks as Carol O'Reilly stands in at second base. 2-run double.
And that was a beautiful double right there. That pitch was right down the plate. Beautiful swing. Kept her eyes on it, head down. Drove that ball to deep center field.
Right over Kendra Brazil's head. She tried to make an attempt for it, reaching out the glove, just not deep enough.
And you're taught in either baseball or softball, Andrew, first step back on that play. Center fielder took her first step in. No wonder why she missed that line drive.
That one struck down the third baseline, but it falls foul. For Sarah Nelson, 5'4" senior from Bristol, Connecticut.
Good idea by Nelson, try and poke that ball in the left field.
The first lefty we've seen here today.
And again, you got a lot of room in between the shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder there for Nelson if she can drop another opposite field hit here.
The 0-1, that one strung on, popped up into the infield. Players racing back and coming over from left field to make the play is number 23, Caitlin Jimenez.
That was a great job by Jimenez there to call off her center fielder to make that play. Good communication on the outfield for Eastern Nazarene.
So the first out of this bottom of the first inning. Seahawks already with 4 runs on the board. That one popped up again towards center. Charging in to make the play for the out is Kendra Brazil.
Again, great job by Brazil. First step back, kept that ball in front of her. That's an easy play on that. That fly ball sort of just hung up in the middle there.
So Kara O'Reilly still standing in at second. Her 2-run double gave the Seahawks a 4-0 lead, now 2 away.
Marissa Simpson is one of the 3 captains here for Salve Regina Seahawks. Looking to drive in an RBI here with a man out on second base.
Now there for ball 1.
Good eye by Simpson. That pitch was pretty close to catching around the knees on the lower part of the strike zone.
Another ball.
I'm sure that's why they named her one of the captains of this team. You need great eyes, patience when you're in the batter's box here, waiting for your pitch.
Another ball outside, so count now 3-1.
It's a hitter's count right here, Andrew.
Simpson bats it towards the shortstop, taken there. The throw to first is in time for the out, and thus ends the first inning. 4 runs on the board for the Seahawks. They lead 4-0, and we head to the top of the second. So over the last 11 innings, Leon, Salve Regina has outscored its opponents 33-0. That's a pretty impressive statistic.
Incredible figure there, Andrew. It says two things about Salve Regina's team. Number one, that their offense is simply on fire. And number two, that pitching staff does a great job of pitching with the lead.
Yeah, there's two stats. There's the 33, and then there's the nothing, which I think is, like you said, indicative of the pitching and the defensive play of this club over the last, basically those games only went 5 innings, so basically over the last 11 innings of play. Lozano, the batter for the Lions, she's hitting 205 on the season. 1-0 count here.
And you can hear with that grunt with every delivery, Nicole Perry. She's really firing those fastballs in there for Salve.
So that one's high.
Perry continuing to attack high and inside here for this first batter. Good idea, trying to sort of intimidate Eastern Nazarene opponents.
1-2 the count now. Perry delivers. That's swung on and fouled back.
That one was in on the hands there. I almost thought that was going to be a hit by pitch, but good job by Sam Lozano there, the third baseman for the Lions. Able to get a bat around there, stay alive.
Perry sets, delivers on the 1-2 in the dirt for ball 2.
Good idea by Perry there, trying to get Loso to chase. Good eye by Lozano.
And here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed, struck her out.
There's that outside pitch by Perry there. Great job paying that corner. Even though that was a ball, when you got 2 strikes, you got to protect that plate. That strike zone opens up a big amount when you have 2 strikes, Andrew.
Now Carissa Cicciolini batting 194 on the year. For 1 away here. In the top of the second inning, Seahawks leading 4-0.
The key so far for Nicole Perry, Andrew, has been first pitch strikes. That allows you to get on top of your batter.
Now and on the inside corner, it sounded like it might have caught the elbow of Cicciolini, but either way, the count 0-2. Outside ball 1.
Seems to be a blueprint here for Perry. First 2 pitches, high strikes, get on top of the batter, get a good, count working early, and then go towards the outside for the strikeout pitch.
So it was on the 1-2, showing bunt attempt, but in there for a called strike. And now 2 down for the Lions.
Now batting for the Lions, number 8.
Kayla Klinkscale, 5'10" senior from Wichita, Mass. She's batting .225 on the season.
Andrew continuing that trend of first pitch strikes. Again, beautiful job by Perry here to deliver these fastballs right down the middle. Nothing these Nazarene hitters can do.
And Perry has retired 5 consecutive Lions batters. And there, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Beautiful spin on that pitch to hit the right corner of the plate. You can see, if you watch closely, Andrew, that ball moved from the left to the right of the strike zone.
And now Perry delivering on the 0-2. She went around, ball on the ground, trying to throw for first. And it's called in time, so she is out. 1, 2, 3 they go, and we head to the bottom of the second with the score: Salve Regina 4, Eastern Nazarene 0. So Katie Napier steps in for the Seahawks, 5'1" freshman from Medford, Mass. She leads the league this year, 3 steals. Leads Salve Regina with 3 steals per game. 5 steals per game?
5 steals, third in the league.
Third in the league with 5 steals per game. All my numbers. Too many numbers flying at me during the break there.
Yeah, little fun fact here for the Seahawks. Her father, actually, a 1990 graduate, back when Salve Regina was Salve Regina College. He actually played baseball for the Seahawks as well. So the family tradition continues here in Newport, Rhode Island for the Napier family.
Napier takes strike 1.
Showing bunt right off the bat here, trying to get that infield to move in a few feet.
Napier facing 0-1, swung on. Shortstop trying to go back. It falls into the infield, like you said, that short infield. And Katie Napier is aboard with no one away here in the first.
Andrew,
the second.
Excuse me, Andrew. The power of showing the bunt early changes the entire blueprint of the infield there. That was a great job to show bunt.
Or
like
the
you said,
blueprint,
right
because
over.
you blooped that one right over the shortstop. Cicilline delivers on the first pitch.
Napier
Ball
almost
1.
got a little too greedy on her lead at first base there. Lucky to not get picked off.
Yeah, Abigail Moore catching for Eastern Nazarene. That one gets away from her. And Napier able to advance to second.
Gotta love full bases, Andrew.
So Napier at second. 2-0 count on Cicilline. Ball 3.
Good eye by Sushi here again. Waiting for her pitch.
3-0 in there for a called strike. Count now 3-1.
Get 3-0 usually. You take the count. 3-0. See what the pitcher's going to give you.
That one swung on, belted down the first base line, drifting foul. It falls in fair. Napier rounding third, trying to come out. Sushi rounds second. Sushi heads for third. And will stand up at third. Another run scores for Salve Regina. So an RBI triple for Sushi. And it's 5-0 Seahawks.
2 great examples of base running awareness there by the Seahawks. Great job by Napier to hustle over from second to score on that triple. And great job by Susia to extend that play into a triple.
First pitch bunt on and right to the backstop by Kelly Davin. And you wonder how the wind played into that fly ball, because that one was looking like it was looping foul, and it just died. It fell right down in the outfield.
Look into that for what they did in that earlier at bats.
Got now 1-1 for Davin. Outside for ball 1. Uh, 2-1 the count. Cicilline delivers that one, belted to the shortstop. Fielder's choice, they throw to first, but another run will score, and it's now 6-0 Seahawks.
Aggressive base running by Salve there, sending Susie home on that ground ball to shortstop. Pretty risky, but I mean, that ball was deep enough towards short. She was able to score easily.
And Sterling Marino for the Lions had the choice, try and make the play at home, but like you said, Sushi already halfway there. Here's another shot right in the middle of that gap in the infield. Jenna Edine gets the single.
Second hit of the day for Jenna Dean. She's doing a great job of hitting the ball everywhere. Eastern Nazarene defense is not, Andrew. She found open grass towards right field on a bloop single last at bat. Again, Dean finds a bloop single right over the shortstop's head. Great job by Dean there. Hit the soft spots of the field.
Now Benoit takes ball 1.
Again, you can see why Jenna Dean named a captain of the Salve Regina team. The ability to hit the ball all ends of the field there. Great versatility for Adine.
Ball in the dirt. Throw out at second. Misses. And now the play at third. Called out. Jenna Adine gets picked off at third.
It looked like Adine stumbled on her way across over second base. May have taken a step or two of speed away from her. That's why she was called out at third.
So now 2 outs here at the bottom of the second.
I'm sure Salve Regina coaching staff won't be too upset about that play. They are up by 6 runs. Aggressive base running continuing to set the tone.
First pitch outside for ball 1. Ball 3 rather. Still Benoit here. So 3-0 count. And Benoit, patient, takes ball 4, and she will trot down the first baseline.
Now batting for the Seahawks, number 9, Sarah O'Reilly.
Great job by Benwell there, not to swing in any garbage, nothing in the dirt, nothing up high.
So Kara O'Reilly standing in for the Seahawks. Benoit standing at first base. This one hit on. Second baseman charging on, and the throw to first will be in time for the out, and thus ends the bottom of the second. 2 runs more on the board for the Seahawks, and they lead the Lions 6-0. So Shelby Bass, the batter now here for the Lions. They trail 6-0 to the Seahawks.
Right. Eastern Nazarene's got to do a better job here. Again, their leadoff man on base creates some offensive opportunities.
Perry delivers on a first pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Perry is really fired in there right now, really catching these Nazarene players off guard right now. Again, the key so far to the success of the Seahawks, first pitch strikes.
And that one down low for ball 1. Bass batting .161 on the season for the Lions. Facing the 1-1 count, Perry delivers up high for ball 2. Perry delivering on the 2-1. That swung on and belted back, foul. 2-2 the count.
Good job by Bass here, staying alive.
And I'm sure whoever lives in that house appreciates those trees that guard that foul ball from going through a window.
2 shares of the program.
Swing and a miss on the 2-2 count. And Bass goes down swinging.
Not the pitch Bass was looking for there, a little high. That was around the neck region there. Perry's doing a great job of making these Eastern Nazarene players chase. First pitch strikes just make the batter uncomfortable, throws off their tone for the rest of the at-bat.
And as you said, first pitch strikes have been the key. Perry, we'll see what she does here. First pitch in there for a called strike.
Don't quote me on this, Andrew, but I'm pretty sure only one batter for Eastern Nazarene is starting off with a ball. So
Swing and a miss from Jimenez, and it's 0-2.
great job by Perry establishing her strike zone.
Perry delivers on the 0-2, swung on and fouled.
There's Perry again working the outside part of the plate. She's been staying away towards the right side, away from these right-handed batters. And it's a primarily right-handed batting lineup for Eastern Nazarene. Only Lara Collier, outfielder, batting lefty.
0-2 counts, blooped on into the dirt. Throw to first will be in time for the out. So 2 away for the Lions.
Again, great juice on that pitch by Perry. You can see her spin on that ball once these Eastern Nazarenes make contact, it's just duds coming off the bat. I mean, really, really easy, playable balls here for Salve.
And now Kendra Purcell, the batter for the Lions. And that a first pitch ball from Perry.
And just a second batter on the afternoon. Perry starting off with a ball.
That one in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Perry sets, delivers on the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Perry's is not allowing Eastern Nazarene to get any base runners going right now. No way they're going to get any offensive momentum at the moment.
1-2 the count. That one up high, ball 2.
Good idea by Perry, trying to get her batter, chase up high.
2-2 count here with 2 out. Top of the third. Swing and a miss. She gets tagged, and that'll be the final out of the third inning. We head to the bottom of the third with the score still. Salve Regina 6, Eastern Nazarene 0.
Now batting for the Seahawks, number 32, Sarah Nelson.
So Sarah Nelson will step in for the Seahawks, who lead 6-0 here at the bottom of the third.
Sarah Nelson, the third and final captain of the Salve Regina softball team.
The lefty makes contact on the first pitch. That one out to the third baseline in the left outfield. Falls down. Nelson will stand in at second with a double.
Phenomenal display of power right there in opposite field hitting. Great mindset by Sarah Nelson. Saw she had a lot of space over in left field, able to poke that in for an easy double stand-up as well.
And we've talked about the Lions have been taking a lot of first pitch strikes. Meanwhile, the Seahawks have tried either through bunting or just swinging, making contact on that first pitch.
Yeah, really trying to set the tone early here. Not allow Cicilline to get herself into a groove.
And the count now 1-0 for Fountain. Second pitch outside, ball 2.
Fountain will let those pitches go all and away every single time. She's not going to be swinging on that outside junk.
Fountain quickly ahead in the count, 2-0. Cicilline delivers, and that's struck on well, out into the outfield. Center field falls fair at the fence.
And you really,
Fountain will score.
excuse me, Andrew, you could not hit that ball in any more perfect of a spot. Consecutive now for Sarah Nelson.
Now batting for the Seahawks.
Nelson scores from second, and it's 7-0. Fountain standing at second base now.
I'm sure the Seahawks here are looking for Simpson, the captain, again, jump on here, give him that 8-run lead.
First pitch up high for ball 1. That one struck on well, out in the left field, moving back and making the catch. for the
And
first out of this inning.
Andrew, we're positioned behind the backstop. You can still hear the chatter from between the center and left fielder, Eastern Nazarene. Great job of communicating on that fly ball. You can see a lot of players run into each other, Andrew, if you don't yell out whose ball it is out in the outfield. You learned that in day one. Communicate, yell towards each other.
Katie Napier takes ball one. And it's amazing, though, how you just said you learned that day one, but you still see it at every level of baseball. Such a long game, it requires focus, and sometimes that communication's not there, and you see those Three Stooges moments of three players come together, the standing, waiting, and the ball just falls in.
And Andrew, it's a unique approach here by Napier, sort of the running swing.
She makes contact over the outstretched hands of the shortstop, and Katie Napier gets aboard with a single.
And again,
Moves
that's
Fountain over to third.
excuse me, Andrew, that space in between shortstop and left field. Eastern Nazarene continues to get punished there. Maybe we'll see if Eastern Nazarene decides to bring that left fielder in a little bit. They really have been getting punished in between second and right and short and left.
I just asked my roommate.
So one down here, two on at the corners for the Seahawks. And Susie takes ball one.
Great base running again by Napier there, stealing second. That sort of puts Eastern Nazarene in a tough spot there. Do you try and throw to second? If you do, I'm sure that base runner on third is going to try and go home.
So men at second and third for the Seahawks, one down. Susie
Nice
takes
spot
the second
right there.
pitch. Count now 1-1.
Good job by the catcher Moore to freeze that pitch.
That one up high, ball two. As the hint of raindrops begin to fall here at Topa Field. Cicilline swung on. That one taking its second throw to first. Not in time. It gets away. One run will score for the Seahawks. Another run in the home plate. So 2 runs score for the Seahawks, and it's 9-0. Susie safe at first.
And I believe they're going to count that as an error on the first baseman clink scale, unable to catch that ground. Errors are not the thing you want to see, Andrew, especially when you're down by 7 runs. That one error allows an extra 2 base runners to score for Salve. You could see having a meeting at the mound here, trying to settle down her pitcher. Try and get an out here in this inning, stop the bleeding.
Kara O'Reilly standing in. Swings on the first pitch and fouls it back into a neighbor's yard. Keep it.
No RBI, no RBI. Actually,
Second pitch in the dirt. Throw to first, just a check, and the count's 1-1. One down. 2 runs already scoring for the Seahawks, who lead 9-0.
and that play again and give her one RBI.
O'Reilly facing the 1-2. Low for ball 1. Ball 2 rather. 2-2 the count.
And you can see the catcher able to throw down on that check to first base. There's no other base runners in front of her there for Salve. No risk on that check down to first.
That one swung on in the dirt at short. Play made at second base on the fielder's choice. So 2 away now for the Seahawks. O'Reilly standing at first. And Jenna Edine at bat.
And now Jenna D now looking for her 3rd base hit on the afternoon.
She's 2 for 2 so far in this game. Edine batting .377 on the season. Swings at
You got
that pitch. Foul ball down the first baseline.
You guys can come forward. Cover it. Hold this with the
I mean, I'm fine.
computer.
1-1 the count here for Edine. 2 down for the Seahawks. Sicily to the stretch. She delivers. The Dean swung on, and that will be caught by the shortstop for the out. We end the bottom of the third. 2-run score for Salve Regina, and it's now 9-0 as we head to the top of the fourth. So here at the top of the fourth inning, Salve Regina leading 9-0. Perry's first pitch down low for ball one.
Talk about Kelly McGowan solving the weather issue with the umbrella.
That one hit well down the third base line, out in the field to make the catch for the out.
Great
One
job.
away here for the Lions.
Great job by the left fielder, Sarah Nelson there. First step back, took her time. Great job following that ball into the glove on that high pop into left field.
We just gotta be careful about the
That pitch swung on down the first base line, going back to make the play for the out.
That's their territory.
Great range by Jenna Adine. They're going way out of her responsibilities to go catch that ball in foul territory. That was a heck of a play by Adine. It was almost a circus grab over the back.
So 2 away for the Lions.
Four.
Perry delivers first pitch. That one swung on to the backstop and foul.
Perry continuing to bring the heat on that first pitch, like almost right down the middle every single time.
Sterling Marino, shortstop from North Kingstown, Rhode Island, the batter here for the Lions.
He's facing the top of the order for the second time today.
And Perry facing the top of the order for the second time this afternoon. Perry takes signals to the stretch, delivers on the 1-1, swung and fouled into the dirt. Count now 1-2 with 2 down here, top of the fourth.
See if Perry goes to that trademark spin ball towards the right side of the plate.
Perry delivers on the 1-2. That one struck on well, popped up in the infield, coming up from third base and making the catch for the out. And we end the top of the fourth. 3 up, 3 down, and we head to the bottom of the fourth. Seahawks leading 9-0. So Salve Regina coming to bat here in the bottom of the fourth in a 9-0 game. And Leon, we talked about it before. Salve Regina has now outscored opponents 38-0 over the past 14 innings.
Pretty incredible feat, Andrew. Like I said, you got to credit both sides of the ball for the Seahawks. Phenomenal starting pitching, allowing their pitchers to go deep into games, as well as a really potent offense for Salve here.
And Benoit takes ball one.
You can really see the difference this afternoon, Andrew, between the two teams. Cicilline for the Lions just unable to continually find that strike zone.
That one down in the dirt near the knees for ball two.
And you got to wonder, Andrew, as this rain begins to fall here, if that's going to have any effect on the delivery here by Cicilline.
That one driven by Benoit down the first line, drifting foul. The count now 2-1. Benoit facing the 2-1 from Cicilline. She delivers. That's high and outside. Ball three.
Just not able to find the strike zone. 4 consecutive pitches there. Wonder if the wheels are starting to unravel now for the Lions, down 9 in this 4th inning. Really need some strikes here, Andrew, to get out of the defense quickly, get right into those bats, cut into this deficit.
Benoit at first, no one out. First pitch in there for a called strike. Benoit trying to take second. The call, dropping the ball at second. And Benoit safely aboard at second base.
And Benoit would have been out if the shortstop had made a clean catch on that rocket from the catcher there. Great pickoff attempt.
Sterling Molino just couldn't handle that pass.
That was a heck of a throw by Abigail Moore, though, throwing that ball right where it needs to be for the shortstop.
That one struck on and taken by the second baseman. Olivia Tovar makes the play. So first out of the inning for the Lions.
Tough go for O'Reilly there for the Seahawks. That ball was in on her hands, Andrew. Nothing you can do on that pitch. Unfortunately, pops that ball up.